Hi guys, good morning and welcome back to another video. This is a short midweek update where I'll just talk about some psychology points. Remember last video, in the weekend video, we discussed regarding the operator activity. We found this operator activity on May 16th, right? And then we marked out this zone. In the weekend video, what did we discuss? Here, this is a critical point where the market will decide, or the operator will decide, whether he wants to give up this zone or some other operator will come and break this zone. This is what we wanted to find out, and this will trigger an upside range breakout and so on and so forth. This is what we discussed. Another important point we discussed was regarding this level here, 24,900 something. This has to be retested no matter what. In case there's a gap down also, it'll come back here. If it's a big fall also, we said it will come back. What happened? Directly on Monday itself, it got retested. And then we had a up move here. Now, the main objective of this video is that I want to discuss psychology, how to think in the market. And first, we'll talk about the operator, and then we'll talk about option buyer and option seller psychology. Now, first question I'll ask you is that how do you know that it is the same operator who has bought the market up? We know that there was a selling pressure here by one operator. We saw that in the unusual activity video. We saw that in the weekend video, I explained it, everything. We know that there's a bear here, and we found out on May 16th itself. The fall came in the market. Now, question is, how do we know, or how can we identify in the live market that it is the same operator who is controlling price here? It's very easy. Some people will tell, sir, it rejected from here, that's why. No, not necessary. It can be some different operator also, right, who's trying to attack this operator. See, in operators world or the big players world, we call it the big players, the smart money. We call them operators, for those who don't know. In their world, it's not necessary that they're one cohort, meaning they're not one group. It can be many groups, it can be many individuals. They're fighting against each other. They want to make some position, they want to trigger some levels. It's up to them depending on their own analysis. So just like retailers, they're also big players, but when they play in the market, it triggers huge moves. All right. So my question is, how do I know that this same operator is still active here? I'll tell you, simple reason. In the live market, when you have these levels, we drew these levels in the recent article of one of the market business social media. I think I read that market has rejected from 25,000 level 6 times in the past 9 days. But no one will tell you that there was an operator activity here and the reason for that. They'll just still, and many YouTubers are saying it's a round level. It's a round level. It's a round off level. 25,000 is a round level. That's why it rejected. See, all that, that's kiddish a little bit. I'll tell you, those kind of analysis is a little bit kiddish. We are going into detail here. We are going into some other higher level form of an analysis. Here's what happened. You can see that this candle on top. If you see this clearly here, what has happened was small wick above, just a small wick above it, and then market rejected. Next time price came back here, it did not touch the previous level and it rejected from here. All right, so what does it tell us about the operator? If it is the same guy or same entity who is active, this range is nothing but the range of this candle where we found the operator activity. All right, so here if the same person is active, how can I tell that? Is because they will not let their positions run into negative. They will not let their positions run into negative and then they won't try to defend it. No. If they are in charge, they will make sure that the price never comes back, or if it comes back, it does not cross their boundary level. All right, let's call this a boundary level. It will not cross the boundary level. This small spike is acceptable. This is again slippages and all that. That's acceptable. They won't let price to go close above it and then fall. Now, question is, if there is some other operator who's active and he wants to attack this one. Let's say this is an operator A, and new operator is coming in the market, new big player, and he wants to attack this guy. So what will he do? First, unlike retailers, what retailers do, if they have 10,000 rupees capital, they will use everything for one single trade. correct? They'll use the entire capital for the entire single trade. But what the big players do is they use hardly small portions. So if they have, let's say, 100 crores, they'll use 1 crore to 5 crore to test the water. Testing the water means what? They'll check whether we can attack this level or not first. So they will try to push up the market and they will try to close above it. 1 2 candle closing, they will check whether this operator is coming back to defend this zone or not. If it is coming back, then market will reject again like this. Okay, this is how it usually happens. So no matter what, in the live market, once you have identified such levels, you can easily identify if this guy is still active or not using these ranges. Now, option buyer psychology and option seller psychology. Before that, we'll get into one small question I asked you yesterday in the Telegram group. I asked you, as long as 24,600 24,600 to 24,650 level, as long as this is active, why will market go back and test 25,000 level again? Many of you have given partial answers, so saying that this is a three-way pattern. That's why some of you told that there is an FRVP zone. There's an FRVP zone here. Second, at 25,000 here. That is why market will go up there. Again, I'll tell you one small trick. FRVP zones will not tell you direction. They will tell you liquidity areas. They will tell you liquidity areas. That's all. You have to study the market structure to find the direction, possible direction. If you want to find a reversal point, you can use FRVP to find some important reversal point. Here, there is possibility. Okay, some are saying, sir, because the point of control is here, the entire major transactions have taken place in this area. The remaining is a dummy move. Okay, that is half answer again. But the question was why this zone? Why this zone was the question. Here, if you use your market structure, first point, like many people say, three-way pattern. It started off with a three-way pattern, pullback, and three-way pattern. Correct? So three-way patterns can never be your initial move. So wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. They can never be, a three-way pattern can never come here. But there can be your leading diagonal pattern. Those who know what a leading diagonal is, right? This can be a leading diagonal pattern for A, B, C, D, E, and then market will trigger a fast fall. This is a leading diagonal pattern and it comes in your wave ones, right? It goes like this, then we start a fast fall. So the question here was why this zone was there important. The reason is very simple. I told you in the last video also. This previous swing, right? There are three parts to it. There's one move here, there's one move here, and then there's another move here. So this swing low is broken already. So this is irrelevant for us now. This point is not yet broken. So what do I want to find? I want to find out whether the market is going to fall down straight down or not. So first thing I want to find is the point of control here, or I want to find a liquidity zone in this range. So what do? I take the FRVP, I put it here. What do you see here? So this is your 600 approximately 650 zone. Now, in this is the last move here. If the market breaks this zone, this swing low is the next target. Why? Because in this range here, the major activity has taken place here. This is the area of control. The big players have controlled or they have made major transactions here. So small players cannot make major transactions. It's always the big players. So in this move, POC is here, or this is your value area, because POC always comes inside the value area, right? So this is very simple. You understood why 600 to 650 is important now. If the market falls here in any chance, today, tomorrow, whenever, and then bounces here, this gives us a low risk setup. Simple. What if the market does not fall? Question, what if the market does not come? No issues. No issues with that. The setup is not active. Simple. Now, psychology of a option buyer and option seller. I'll tell you this trick so that you can find out for yourself whether you are a good option buyer or you're a good option seller. Once you identify yourself, okay, what is your role, that you understand, yes, I'm a good option buyer, yes, I'm a good option seller, you can pursue your journey like that. So the trick for option buyers is how to think is the question here. Think in terms of liquidity zones, low risk setup. So question you must ask yourself is, where is the next low risk setup? Where is the next low risk setup? So for finding the low risk setup, you have market structure, you have FRVP zones, you have liquidity zones, you have time analysis, so on and so forth. Whatever analysis you do, your psychology, I'm not talking about analysis methods, I'm talking about psychology. Ask yourself, where is the next low risk setup? So you need to find a small zone to be active on, any small zone. You need to find a small area of price where you can find an entry or exit there. This is how an option buyer should think. Where is the next low risk setup for me? If you're good at this, if you're good at finding possible reversal points, if you're good at finding market structures like here, this is the area where you must be active. Now, once you become more, let's say, of professional in this, you can find out confirmation points. Suppose you find this is your, you think this is your entry point, but then you wait for confirmation. This is another way of finding. All right. This is option buyer psychology. Where is the next low risk setup? This is how you must find. Now, option sellers psychology. Option sellers psychology is a bit different. Which range is going to be the next safe range? Try to understand what I'm telling you. There's a huge difference here. Option buyer is thinking about low risk setup, a small area of price. Now, option seller, in your mind, you must ask yourself, which is the next safe range for me? Safe range for what? Using your option selling strategies. Which is the next safe range? The benefit of option sellers, you can find out this zone also. You can use option buying method also here. You can use your option selling ranges also. That is a benefit of ranges. But for a safe player, option sellers, which is the best range for me or the best safe range for me? So what did I explain last time? Last time I explained this in a higher time frame. Let me go, much easier. Okay. Same thing. What did we expect last time? In the weekend video, I told you safe range is over here in this point. This is where the operator activity has taken place. This is the next swing low, right? In between, we have one gap which is pending, and here multiple times price has come. So you can take this as a midpoint of this entire range. This is a safe range for me, one of the safe range. What did I tell you? As long as price is stuck here, it is a very dangerous game for option buyers and futures players because it will be volatile. This was our analysis. So what did I do in the last video? I gave you an example of 25,150, I think, and 23,900. 150 or 500, whatever, I don't remember exactly. Here, what did we do? We sold this call option sell, put option sell. I'm not advertising or I'm not encouraging you to do option selling. I'm just telling you what we discussed last time. So this range, what did we discuss? If we sold a strangle, whatever happens, we will get 10,000 profit if the market expires here in the weekly expiry. Now, same thing, what did I do in my demo account? On Monday morning, 9:15 candle, first big green candle. What did I do? So here's what I did. Very simple. I've taken your 24,350 PE, 25,100 call option. Now this is very simple. Let's go back to the chart and see the range. 24,300 is over here, 350. Same strategy, simple one, 350, your put option, sell 24,000, upper side 24,100. Sorry, 25,100. Why did I take this one, 24,350? Just in case this range is here and then 100 points below it. This is 450 approximately. So I took 100 points below it. Here, this is nearly, at this point, it was 25,000, 40, 50 level. So I took 50 points above it, nearly 100. Okay, this is the range I took. What did I do here? Very simple. If I knew that, yes, okay, first time rejection might come, that is why I took close level. If you look at the strategy here, it's very simple. Let me just zoom in. So this is my range here. What is the profit here? Maximum profit I will get on expiry date is 14,000. Just using one lot strangle. One lot strangle, 14,000 is a very, very high profit margin. What did I do? Simple. I just took a range. Nothing. If market does nothing and simply expires within this range on expiry day, I will make 14,000. That is the strategy here. Very simple, basic. But how did I get there? Using all the analysis methods. So what is the psychology here of an option seller? What is the best, safest range? Now, question I'll ask you. Tomorrow, if market bounces from this level and market can go all the way like this, so the range will break, right? So what an option seller can do, he can use this psychology of the small range, wait for the bounce, shift 24,350 PE, he can shift it here because of the analysis he had, suggesting that his analysis is simple. 600, 650 range is safe, then 25,000 will come again. So he can book out one leg, he can book out this leg, and he can take double quantity of this because he knows this is the zone which will not break. This is a liquidity zone. This is an FRVP zone. It will not break till when? Till the expiry end. That's all. When is the expiry? 29, Thursday. Thursday evening till Thursday evening afternoon. This zone will not break. If he has that confidence, that's all. Does not need to do anything else. This is one of the setups, right? So option buyer, same thing. What an option buyer can do, he has to again find out a low risk zone in between. There is no use, there's no work for an option buyer. Breakout here, but then issue with breakout here is that option buyer must think whether it's a false breakout or not. That is another issues option buyers deal with. That's why major retailers get trapped in false breakouts. Again, how to read false breakouts, all that you must figure out using your market structure at this time. You cannot predict now itself. You have to study when the market breaks this level, right? So what is the most safest play here? Option seller's game. He has nothing to do. Just wait for this range. So I've told you psychology again. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you, you find out which is good for you. For you, range finding is easy, or for you, exact level, low risk setup. That if that is your psychology, no issues with that. If that is your psychology, no issues with that. Find out your best psychology which works for you, and then figure out what you must practice more. Some people will tell, sir, I have less capital for option sellers. I am an option seller, but I don't have capital for that. That is not an, let's say, valid reason at the moment, because you know that if you want to pursue this game, you have to build capital. For low risk or any risk, any capital level, any full-time or part-time, like I told you, we have the breakfast indicator. Breakfast indicators for Indian markets, for Forex, for commodities, all that we have a discount day today. Even the advanced concepts, 28th is the discount day every month. So those who have requested, I'll ping a message. I'll ping you on Telegram. I'll put a message there and what time you can contact me for joining, right? Those who want the breakfast indicator also, I'll let you know when is the exact time you can contact me today. So 28th of every month we have discount, and those who have requested, you can contact me. All right. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and be safe.